Hi everybody, hello Scooter, and here we are, and here you all are, and hi everybody on TikTok, and hi everybody on Facebook. And we're going to get right into this because it is late. So first let's talk about this stepdad who poisoned a college student, tried to frame the friend, because that's like really bizarre, but there's a lot of bizarreness lately, right? Okay. So let me get a graphic up here. Okay, here we go. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Menendez Brothers, Ruby Frankie's case and her daughter, and why is this not going over? There we go. So it was supposed to be a relaxing spring break at home from her first year in college, but it turned into a tragedy for Angelica A.J. Hadsel. She was kidnapped and poisoned by one of the people closest to her in 2015. The 18-year-old girl went missing from her family's Norfolk, Virginia home for weeks before her body was found disposed of in a ditch. She had been seemingly poisoned intentionally with a heroin overdose. Investigators turned their attention to her stepfather before long, Wesley Hadsel, who had a criminal history including convictions for bank robbery, breaking and entering, and burglary. Investigators say the stepfather long maintained his innocence, and he still does to this day. But the investigation into his involvement eventually led a judge to say that there was overwhelming evidence against him. And he was convicted of his stepdaughter's cruel killing. 9 years after her murder, let's take a look back at this case. Now, I don't know if you guys heard this case. I don't ever remember hearing this case. I really don't. So, AJ was a softball player at Longwood University. She had a bright future. She was an athlete. She was outgoing, said Norfolk Police Detective David Benjamin. No issues with drugs or alcohol. She was flying straight. She was going through a breakup at the time that she went home for spring break. And so when she went missing, her mother, Jennifer Wright, just thought that her daughter was, out venting, blowing off some steam, that she was out with friends. She didn't immediately think, wow, something's really wrong. But when she didn't return home, and a longtime friend, Corey French, and that name sounds very familiar to me, Corey French, found a piece of her credit card in the road, then investigators began to search urgently for the missing teenager. They initially suspected French because AJ's stepfather claimed that Corey French, had become obsessive over his stepdaughter. And what he was really doing, he was trying to frame French for AJ's murder. The stepfather did what a lot of criminals do. Remember how Joan D'Alessandro's killer joined search parties? A lot of them do that kind of stuff. Well, her stepfather was doing stuff like that. He was really proactive in the search for this missing stepdaughter. And he reported that the 36-year-old man had even been arrested for breaking into the home of a person claiming he was suspicious that person had kidnapped AJ. So he was arrested for breaking into the home of a person, but he claimed that he did that because he was suspicious that that person had kidnapped AJ. Got it? So he broke into this house. He got caught. He's sad. I'd do anything for my daughter, my wife, and my kids. And they make it sound like I'd do anything to keep myself out of trouble. That was after his arrest for breaking and entering. He says, I couldn't sit a minute away from where my daughter may have been. So he said he broke into this house because he thought his daughter was in there. Okay? Then the investigation started to center around the stepfather. When AJ's body was found, after police were led to her last known location via her stepfather's GPS on his car, investigators discovered that Wesley's car had been tracked to an abandoned house 60 miles away from the family home, and they discovered that AJ's body had been hidden in a ditch and that she had been poisoned with heroin. Wesley's co-workers told police he was visibly agitated, and he had to take the rest of the day off work on the day that his stepdaughter went missing. Police searched the stepfather's Chevy Astro van, where they discovered a shovel. They discovered duct tape and work gloves. The man who said he sold drugs to AJ's stepfather also testified in court, saying he has been selling Wesley cocaine and heroin for years. Wesley was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison in 2022. But he continues to maintain his innocence, again denying his involvement during a jailhouse interview with the station WTKR. And he says, and I quote here, I swear to you, I didn't hurt my daughter. I don't know who did. And if I did, I wouldn't protect them. So, yeah, that's strange. I have never heard that case. That's crazy. What was the reason that he did that? Why did he do that? I don't know. That's crazy. Okay. We'll keep watching that. So, let's see what else we have, okay? Okay. Let's look at Shari Franke. Shari Franke is the oldest daughter of Ruby Franke, and she is furious with Lifetime. Now, I have to tell you, okay, the only movie that I think, if I have a true crime case that I think Lifetime did well, was Dirty Little Secret, the Jodi Arias story. I think they did that well, except when it came to the trial. They made the movie so fast, it was like they really didn't get into the trial part of it. But everything they made up to that point, I think, was really on point and good. But their Chris Watts movie was trash, garbage, just complete fabrication. So many of their other movies that we've seen are trash, garbage. Well, Shari Franke is blasting Lifetime. It seemed that she saw the trailer for this and it gave her an anxiety attack. She didn't even know that, like anything. She said Lifetime didn't contact them. They didn't contact any of the siblings. They're not getting a dime for this. And she said it's only going to bring them more pain because it's trash. Absolute trash. So let's hear a little bit more about what she has to say. Okay. She says, let me put her up here. She's speaking out. She's the oldest daughter of convicted child abuser Ruby Franke, former YouTuber, 42 years old. She put a post on her Instagram. Let's take a look at it. Hang on. I don't know if... Hold on a minute. I think she might have taken it down. I wonder if Lifetime told her she had to take it down or something. Because it's not there. Unless it was just on her stories and it disappeared. So, anyway, I have it. Okay. Oh, yeah, it was Instagram stories. I'm sorry, yes. Okay, she reacted to watching the trailer for Mormon Mom Gone Wrong, the Ruby Franke story. Now, this Ruby Franke story is going to star Heather Locklear as Jody Hildebrandt. Okay. Remember when we saw this footage, right? We have it on our channel. And it's going to star... What's her name? And I know that I know who she is, but I can't see. The heck is her name? They just had her... I just saw her name a moment ago. Oh, Ellerup. Emily Ellerup. So, here, let me tell you a little bit about this thing. So, it's Mormon Mom Gone Wrong, the Ruby Franke story. Heather Locklear, 63, is taking on the role of Jody Hildebrandt. Together, 6 adorable kids, a loving husband, and Ruby Franke made up 8 passengers, a web series documenting the group's everyday life and Ruby's LDS-influenced parenting style. To viewers, Ruby had the perfect life, but everything took a turn for the worse when Ruby's marriage counselor, Jody Hildebrandt, entered their lives. When Jody moves into Ruby's home, the two create a toxic environment and Ruby's husband is forced to move out. Their definitions of disciplining children wasn't strict parenting, but actual child abuse. When Ruby's 12-year-old son escaped from Ruby and Jody's real-life house of horrors with clear signs of abuse, the truth came to light. How could this idolized family-friendly mother of 6 and her spiritual guide transform into convicted child abusers? Between you and me, they're not perfect. Ruby begins in a trailer as the scene shifts to a shot of her becoming emotional in front of the camera. Ruby tells her followers that her daughter Eve forgot her lunch today, and as punishment, she'll need to go hungry. I would like to help, Jody says, answering her plea. My counseling has saved a lot of Christian families. Your children's souls are in jeopardy. Together, we're going to make them perfect. Eventually, Ruby tells her husband, Kevin, that Jody is moving in with us. Things eventually hit a breaking point when she announces Jody's recommendation that they separate and he has no more contact with the children. I have doubts about Jody's methods, Kevin confesses to a friend who replies, she's using faith to brainwash people. Despite the skeptics, Jody claims she gets her direction straight from God and vows to keep the children from living in distortion as she fidgets with a pair of handcuffs. Ruby sighs and says, Jody is God's messenger. I believe in Jody. Okay, we know the whole story of that. So I just want to go now to the reaction. So now you understand. So she saw a trailer for that. I can't obviously show you the trailer for that, but there is a trailer for that. And Shari, the oldest daughter, saw it and had this reaction. Hang on 1 second. She said, and I quote, this is Shari now, I saw the trailer suddenly in class and I had an anxiety attack. None of us were contacted about the movie. None of the proceeds are going to the kids. This movie is trash and only hurts my siblings more. Please do not support this movie. So I wonder, let me see here. Following her mother's arrest in September of 2023, Shari, who is estranged from her parents, wrote on Instagram, "Today has been a big day. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up." Then in a post shared a month later, Shari wrote that there were not even words to describe how upside down my life has become. I've cried, had an infinite number of panic attacks, had way too much ice cream, and yet life goes on. Therapy has literally saved me, but God has too. My life is somehow becoming more beautiful and fulfilling despite all the terrible things going on. I've tried to live my life to the fullest the last few weeks, even though all I want to do is hide away in my apartment. I do have my days. Tomorrow is another big court day, and I'd appreciate your prayers and thoughts for my family and myself. Edit, Jerry. Okay, so people are saying, well, I want to know, is it accurate? Now, I have to say, like, from what I heard, it did sound pretty accurate. When does it come out? Let's see when it comes out. October 26th at 8 p.m. So we'll see what happens, right? All right, next up. That's not what I want to do. I want to do that. That. Okay. Next. Menendez. So the prosecutor is going to look into the abuse claims in the Menendez. Menendez Brothers Case, okay. Get a graphic up on this one. Oh gosh, you know what? I just almost thought I was on mute and I was going to be like, no, I'm not. I'm just going straight to bed. I'm just going straight to bed. Let me get their graphic up. Lyle and Eric Menendez. You know, Eric has a wife too, and she's been spotted lately. Okay. All right. Let's talk. So, Los Angeles prosecutors are reviewing new evidence in the case of Eric and Lyle Menendez to determine whether they should be serving life sentences for murdering their parents in their Beverly Hills mansion more than 35 years ago. And that comes right from the city's district attorney on Thursday. Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon said during a news conference that there is no question that Eric Menendez, who's now 53 years old, and his 56-year-old brother Lyle Menendez committed the murders. But his office will be reviewing new evidence and will make a decision on whether resentencing is warranted in the notorious case. The new evidence presented in a petition includes a letter written by Eric Menendez that his attorneys say corroborates the allegations that he was SA'd by his father. The brothers have said that they killed their parents out of self-defense after enduring a lifetime of physical, emotional, and SA from them. Their attorneys argue that because of society's changing views on SA, that the brothers may not have been convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole today. The extended family's lawyers say they strongly support the brothers' release. The brothers' aunt, Joan Vander Molen, wishes nothing more for them than to be released. The brothers' attorneys say the family believed from the beginning that they should have been charged with manslaughter rather than murder. Manslaughter was not an option for the jury during the second trial that ultimately led to the brothers' murder conviction, attorney Mark Garagos said. Lyle Menendez, then 21, Eric Menendez, then 18, admitted they fatally shot their parents, entertainment executive Jose Menendez, and their mother Kitty in 1989, but said they feared their parents were about to kill them to prevent the disclosure of the father's long-term essay of Eric. Prosecutors at the time contended there was no evidence of any SA, and they said the sons were after their parents' multi-million-dollar estate. Jurors rejected a death sentence in favor of life without parole. Attorney Cliff Gardner, who also represents the brothers, say that they are pleased by the district attorney's decision. The attorneys have asked for the court to vacate their conviction, given today's very different understanding of how SA and physical abuse impacts children, both boys and girls, and the remarkable new evidence. We think resentencing is the appropriate result. The brothers have served more than 30 years in prison. That is enough. The case has gained new attention in recent weeks after Netflix began streaming the true crime drama Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. In a statement on Twitter posted by his wife, Eric Menendez called the show a dishonest portrayal of what happened. That has taken them back to a time when prosecutors built a narrative of a belief system that males were not SA'd and that males experience our trauma differently from women. Gascon said he believed that the topic of SA would have been treated with more sensitivity if the case had happened today. We have not decided on an outcome. We are reviewing information, Gascon said. He said his office did not know the validity of what was presented at trial, and Gascon, who is seeking re-election, noted that more than 300 people have been resentenced during his term, and only 4 have gone on to commit a crime again. A hearing was scheduled for November 29th. Lyle Menendez recently earned a sociology degree from the University of California, Irvine, through the prison program. Garagos said they have been model prisoners despite believing they would never be released. Garagos says, I think it's time. The family thinks it's time. Okay, so who's that's saying this? Kim Kardashian. Oh boy, yeah. Kim Kardashian, who's advocated for criminal justice reform, also weighed in, and I think that's why. Just you know, this Gypsy Rose took those old Kim Kardashian posts and pinned them, 2 of them now, and I think she's doing this because Kim Kardashian is in the spotlight for this Menendez thing. She wants attention. She wants things to come up, so she's pinned Kim Kardashian because her TikTok has been losing subscribers, and I think that's what she's trying to do. Anyway, Kim Kardashian, who has advocated for criminal justice reform, also weighed in. writing in a personal essay that the outsized media attention on the first trial that was nationally televised denied them justice. She noted that their suffering and stories of abuse ridiculed in skits on Saturday Night Live, that they were painted as two arrogant rich kids from Beverly Hills who killed their parents out of greed. She said there was no room for empathy, let alone sympathy. Eric and Lyle had no chance of a fair trial against this backdrop. So they are looking into that, okay? Do. Sean Diddy Combs. We know that he was assigned to a new judge. Thursday, he goes in front of that judge and he will be able to ask for bail again. Will this judge grant it? I would hope not. Let's see what's going on with Sean Diddy. He's hit with a wave of 120 new SA allegations. I believe 25 of them at least are minors. They were minors. So let's see what you guys are saying about this. What are you saying about this? Oh, W2 Scooter, little lady, I was iffy until I watched her testimony. I believe them now, she said. Okay, a little lady. Hi, Haley Bug. Oh, shoot. I lost my YouTube. Hold on. Okay. Is this the right YouTube? This could not be the right YouTube. My YouTube keeps shutting down, guys. Hold on. Please hold on. So, Sean Diddy, let's take a poll if you think he's going to get bail or not on Thursday when he goes in front of that judge. Let's see who thinks that he's going to be granted bail. Okay, let me see here. All right, let me make a poll. Now my date went back to November 24th. How does that happen? Hi, nurse of all trades. How are you, little lady? If it were true, then why not let the mother live? Hi, I see you. You see me? Hi, Haley Bug. YouTube was shutting down earlier. Not sure what's going on. Really? It's crazy, Haley Bug. Thank you for letting me know that. Now I don't feel like such a loser. Joking. All right, let's see here. Do you think new judge will grant Diddy bail? Let's see. See what you guys think. He goes in front of the judge on Thursday. He's got 2 new lawyers. And one of his lawyers that he has is Mark Garagos' daughter. Her name is Teeny. And I'm in top chat, isn't that silly? So, let's see. The vast majority of you guys are saying no. Some of you are saying yeah. You think that Diddy's going to be let go? I think that would be the most stupid thing they could ever do is let Diddy go. They'll never see Diddy again. Do what Diddy, Diddy, Diddy do. Don't let Diddy go. Don't let Diddy go. Oh. No. Don't let Diddy go. Okay. No bail, Luna said. I always thought it was weird that Lyle wore a hairpiece and Eric didn't know until his dad pulled it off his head. Well, did you watch that in the movie? I just thought, like, it was weird that he had a full bald head at 21 years old. That's weird, isn't it? That he had no hair. Well, at least that's how they made it in the movie, that he was completely bald. Isn't that weird? Yeah. 21, like... I don't know. I want to know if his father really said that thing in Princeton. I cannot imagine that. Just cannot. That would even fly. They would call security and get him the heck off. Yeah, he'd be off to another country. Exactly. They can't grant Diddy bail. Bail. Oh, thank you, Haley Bug. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't. Come on, Diddy. Let's see see if Jaguar Wright says anything more about Diddy. Okay. We heard that yesterday. They're both, Jaguar Wright said they're both monsters. She blasted them on the Piers Morgan show. What else did she do? Oh, here's something. Hold on. Jaguar Wright reveals walking in on Diddy having relations with R&B singer and actor Christopher Williams. She said she was embarrassed. Wow. That's crazy. See. Although there hasn't been much proven truth to her wild claims, one of her earliest spills was that P. Diddy commonly... Hold on a minute. Back in August, she took to her Instagram Live to make serious allegations that come close. MC tried to stick his in her mouth. Oh, yeah, what about MC Hammer? Where's he in this whole Diddy thing? Jaguar Wright was recently arrested in Dallas for property theft totaling $30,000 to $150,000. Claimed it was due to her speaking out. She was released on a $10,000 bond, which she paid on June 7th. In a video that was uploaded to the Sean Davey Way Show YouTube channel, she could be heard on the phone explaining her arrest. Davy Way also explained that she was arrested for allegedly renting a U-Haul truck and not returning it. She declared that police had no charge to detain her. Whatever they're saying, it's not, they can't hold me. There's no charge. Allegedly, Nicki Minaj has audio of Diddy and Meek Mill engaging in relations. Wow. Alleged that there's an audio recording between Meek Mill and Diddy where intimate relation sounds can be heard. And that Nicki Minaj has it. Interesting. Meek Mill has denied all allegations. Let's see. This Jaguar Wright accused Mary J. Blige of hiding her real sexuality. In her rant, she not only challenged Mary J. Blige to a vera versus while wildly claiming that the queen of hip-hop soul isn't talented, but also called her... So I can produce my own songs. I can sit down with a competent mix engineer and walk all the way through a mix. I can't do those things. Mary, can you? What can you do, Mary? She taunted the global star, other than play dress up and eat something in dark places, hoping nobody finds out. And if I'm lying, sue me, Mary. She went on, if you've got the heart, let's do the versus. Or if you want to apologize to me for the way you tried to destroy my career at its very beginning, you can do that too. Mary J. Blige ignored the claims. Okay. There's something to suggest that he's behind the death of Kim Porter, Andre Harrell, and Heavy D. And I also heard that Tupac's? No, or Biggie Smalls. One of the families is hiring a lawyer to look into that, to see if P. Diddy had something to do with it. You know what? Where's the live chat? Okay, here you are. It's on YouTube. My ears will never be the same. What? That's the one, Oliver. I was watching some of the Diddy stuff, and the guy had an audio of Diddy and a friend. Oh, really? Yikes, Oliver, really? Yikes. I don't know. This is some weird stuff. It just gets crazier every day. And what about Garth? Yeah, it was Tupac? Yeah, Tupac. They're got the lawyer, was it, her name is Sharp or something? Yeah, Tupac. I don't know. Do a quick, see if we can do the word game real quick before I fall asleep. I'm so tired. I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning. I had to do a blog post. I have another blog post to do tomorrow morning. That's so much to do. I've got so many reviews to do. Oh boy. You heard it too, little lady? Wow, little lady, you heard it too? Little lady. Little lady, could you do me a favor? You have my email, right? Can you just send me the link to that to my email? Oh, okay. Thank you, little lady. Thank you, little lady. I don't know. Hi, Murder Crows. Good to see you. Immerse, yeah, that's all. I thought, I'm losing, but yeah, heart rate. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, steam. Hold on a minute. No. Okay, and then all right, what is this one now? Let's see. What is this last one? Mirror, I thought we did mirror. I tried. It's 5 letters, the last word. 5 letters. Please, somebody get it so I can go to sleep. Please, please, please. I'm begging you. Mirrors. Please be right. Please be right. You are right. Thank you, Murder of Crows. You saved my life tonight. Okay. Thank you so much. I've got to go to sleep. I am so exhausted. Get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers. And we'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye. Good night. Thank you for watching. See you later.